وطالبا لوصالهن بجنة الحيوان أسرع وحث السير جاهدك إنما مسراك هذا ساعة لزمان هي جنة طابت وطاب نعيمها فنعيمها باق وليس
Here the usual controversy among people, is it makruh? Isn't it makruh? Some people saying it's haram. Is it haram? Muslims have always said it was makruh. How can somebody come along today and say it's haram? Well, if we look at the history of tobacco, and of course it came from North America, taken back to Europe, to Ottoman Turkey in around the 16th or 17th century. And when it came among the Ottomans and people began to use it, or people wanted to use it, the scholars of the time had to address how this act would be categorized, because everything in Islam falls under one of the rulings. Either it is haram, prohibited, or it's wajib, you must do it, or it is mustahab, you are recommended to do it, or it's makruh, it's disliked for you to do it, or it's neutral. Whether you do it, you don't do it, all the same. So they had to find a ruling for it. They observed those who smoked, what was the consequence? What was the effects of smoking? If there are no negative effects, it's okay. Because the general ruling for foods and dress and things which are not connected directly with the religion is that it is all okay unless it has been specifically prohibited. That's the general ruling. So they were looking for harm. And what they found was that smoking causes this bad breath of the smokers. That's what they could see. When they smoked, the breath changed and the well-known smoker's breath occurred bad. So what was the ruling? What would be the ruling on things which cause bad breath? They went back into the Sharia to look to see what did Allah have to say. And they found in the statement of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, anyone who eats raw onions or raw garlic should not come to our mosques. Prophet ﷺ prohibited people who eat raw garlic and raw onions from coming to the mosque. Why? Because of the harm. Here's your general welfare you're looking about again, right? General welfare. In the salah, when we finish the salah, we turn to each other saying what? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Right, yeah. You know, after eating garlic and onions, this becomes harm. We're harming our brothers here and our sisters. So Prophet ﷺ said, stay home. Better you stay home. Now, what is happening? When he said, stay home and don't pray in the masjid, he is depriving you of 27 times more blessing. Isn't it? Because prayer in the masjid is 25 to 27 times more than praying by yourself at home. So when eating raw onions or garlic will cause you to lose those additional benefits, the ruling on the eating of raw onions and garlic became makruh, disliked. So they said, okay, the bad breath of the smoker is like the bad breath of those who eat raw onions and garlic. So we rule that smoking is makruh. 500 years ago, scholars ruled it was makruh. But we all know that the Surgeon General of the United States of America in 1979 announced to the American public that it has been conclusively shown that smoking causes cancer. Conclusively, the evidence was overwhelming. So the statement was made. So, we know cancer causes death. We have a different situation here now. And of course, the Quran prohibits it. La taqtulu anfusakum, don't kill yourselves. Prophet ﷺ prohibited it, saying that whoever kills himself will find himself in the hellfire, killing himself perpetually. So all the evidence said that these type of substances are haram. So the scholars that were progressive scholars, who are not locked into traditionalism, they immediately changed the ruling and said smoking is haram.